Hey there and welcome. My name is Pete and this is the much later than usual channel update for the month of August 2020. So many things happened over the last few weeks that I thought it would only be fitting to use this channel update video as sort of a recap, which is why I postponed it a bit to fit in everything. Starting us off, the big thing that we have to talk about, Pete Complete has finally reached 100,000 subscribers. On the 1st of August, it was time and the channel surpassed the 6-figure mark, and it has continued to grow ever since. Now, I won't ramble on about this for too long, I already made an entirely separate video to celebrate the occasion, but let me take a short moment here to once again say thank you to everyone who subscribed during the last 4.5 years. I never imagined that I would one day end up at this point, and yet here we are, so I hope you'll stick around for the next part of the ride. Up next, to celebrate that milestone, I also relaunched the Pete Complete merchandise store, which is now hosted by T-Mill. Again, I already made a separate video for that, so if you're looking for more detailed information, go check that out. In short, most of my merchandise is now made from certified organic materials. T-shirts, bags and posters are printed on demand, and the shirts can even be sent back to T-Mill to be recycled if you no longer use them. So if you haven't done so already, go check out the new store over on shop.petecomplete.com. There is even a shop-wide discount still going on until the end of August, which might save you a few dollars, pounds, euros, or whatever else your country is using. Moving on, the launch of the new shop also neatly ties into my next point, as the Pete Complete Patreon now has a merchandise-related tier. And yes, I have also made a separate video for that as well, so I'll keep this brief. With the new tier, you can basically select whatever item you want from the store and I'll send it over to you as part of the tier rewards, which of course also include everything from the other tiers, like the postcard, the chance for naming rights, access to the Discord, or your name displayed at the end of my videos. Speaking of Patreon, and this is something I have not yet mentioned anywhere else, there is now a thing called annual memberships, where you pledge once for an entire year and then you're set and no longer have to bother with monthly payments. So if we take the first tier of my Patreon as an example, then for $12 you can support me for an entire year, or for $36 in the naming rights tier, and so on and so forth. It's really not that complex, I think. Now, this does of course not replace the option to pledge on a monthly basis. It's more of an alternative option that might, for example, help reduce payment issues, which I know we've had our fair share of. And not only that, the annual membership actually gives you a 10% discount on the selected tier, which is essentially a little more than 1 month for free. Now, I know that if you want to support me, chances are you're not looking to do that in the absolute cheapest way possible, but hey, if you plan to pledge for the foreseeable future anyway, then I think allowing you to save a bit of money in favor of your long-term commitment, that is a fair deal for everyone involved. Again though, you can of course still continue to pledge on a monthly basis, just like you used to. This is more something for those among you who intend to remain patrons long-term. By the way, according to Patreon itself, who continually do surveys on these kinds of things, this is actually something that a large number of both content creators and supporters have been asking for quite some time now. So even though it has, at least to my knowledge, not been a topic of discussion on this channel, it might be something that a few of you would like to take advantage of. Now, while we're on the topic of your support, I think one more thing that I owe you is a quick update regarding how your pledges are actually used. Some of you may have seen it, or more accurately heard it already. I have treated myself to a new microphone. Yes, after 4.5 years with my trusty old Samson Meteor USB mic, I went ahead and bought the Shure SM7B, as well as all of that other stuff you need to properly set it up. And I'm not telling you this to brag or anything, I just want to let you know that your pledges do in fact go towards improving this channel. By the way, I also recently built myself a new desk that finally allows me to record voiceovers, play games or write scripts while I'm standing up, which is definitely something one should do on occasion if desk work fills the majority of your workday. So that was more an investment in my workplace health, if you will, but I also have a short list of hardware and software upgrades that I still want to grab at some point during the next few months. The 100,000 subscriber milestone has definitely shifted my perspective a bit regarding the fact that I am more or less a professional now, even though it doesn't always feel like it. But as such, I think I owe it to you to keep investing in this channel and hopefully provide you with a better end product as a result. Now, my last point for today is unfortunately a small piece of bad news. YouTube has informed all content creators that community contributions will no longer be a feature by the end of September. Now, community contributions mostly refers to community subtitles, so the option for all of you to add subtitles to my videos, be that by providing more accurate English subtitles or by translating my video into an entirely different language. YouTube itself says that only a small fraction of creators use this feature and that it has caused problems including spam, abuse and low-quality submissions, but I will be honest here, that is an argument that does not really convince me that it is in fact necessary to do away with the feature entirely. But it is what it is, and the very least I can do is let you know. And yes, this change hurts a little more because we just very recently activated community subtitles on this channel, so I am understandably sad to see them go within the next month. On the bright side, already existing community subtitles are not going away and will continue to show up on videos, at least that is what YouTube is currently communicating. Now, there are a handful of other tools out there that can in theory be used to take over this task, perhaps even while allowing all of you to remain involved to some degree, but I'll have to take a closer look at all of them before I decide whether or not that works for the purposes of this channel. In any case, I would appreciate it if you could let me know if this is a feature that you would like to see on this channel in the future, or if YouTube's automatically generated subtitles are enough for you, perhaps also because you don't even use subtitles at all. And that's pretty much all I have for today. This was an unusually long update video, but then again, a lot has happened. Now, before we go, there is of course one very important task to take care of, and that is to give a shout out to all the new patrons who joined over the course of the last month. So these are all the lovely folks who decided to support me in July. The list for August will then follow as usual with the next update video in September. In any case, all of you deserve my gratitude, so a big thank you goes out to Karen Murphy, Ruben, Spectral Phoenix, Master Tank, Emily Scaberas, Alexander Twardowski, Wolfiak, Steffen Probst, Paul De Ligero, Wolfinator, Floinky, It's Personal, Machine Zolotar, Marcus Loy, Mike and Zach, JP Neufeld, Jeff Williams, Leuchtkopf, Nathaniel W, Max Grant, Afterbirth, Lost Ones, Herf Durr, Stuart Dalton, Charlie, Bob the Taco Boy, Corey Adams, Patrick Nielsen, Tina Zippel, Michael, Abyssal Lord, Wilhelm Radmann, Mark Janossi, Cassandra Sparks, J-Def, Irregularity Drive, Platypi, Roborovsky, Isaiah Matthews, Dylan Hobbs, Uthor, Philip Bauer, Modified, Justin Scharschmidt, John P. Albers, Albert Binke, Nick R., Athenian Knights, Avery Jackson, and Hi-Ho Mister. Thank you all so much for supporting me and this lovely channel. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope you stick around for whatever comes next. And that's it for today. As always, I hope you enjoyed this channel update video, and if you did, then I would of course be very happy if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me and my channel further, then you can of course subscribe to stay up to date, grab some merch over on shop.petecomplete.com, or check out and maybe even pledge to the Pete Complete Patreon as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.